Hello. Do you want to continuously grow in your life? If your answer is yes, this video is meant for you. I have always been an advocate that any person who wants to continuously develop, continuously grow in his personal or professional life, that person must walk the path of self-awareness. I keep on sharing this three-word quotation, awareness precedes change, meaning thereby, if you want to change for the better, your journey goes through the path of awareness. In fact, it is said that one of the fundamental practices of leadership development is self-awareness. Now the question is, how is it? What is it that you can do on an ongoing basis to keep on raising your level of awareness? What are some of those practices that you can bring into your life which will help you to become more and more aware about yourself? Let us begin. The first one is time to self. I ask this question to many people. Who is the most important person in your life? Answer comes many times, myself. I do agree with that. Then I ask the next question. So tell me, how much time do you give to this most important person in your life? Then there is silence. So start giving time to yourself. And I always believe that one of the reasons that people do not give time to themselves is because they are not ready to face what all challenges they need to resolve, what all issues they are holding on to, and they are not ready to confront them. So start giving time to yourself. That's when you will start becoming aware of your values, your beliefs, your feelings, your attitude, and so on and so forth. And maybe you may require to make changes in each one of them slowly and steadily over a period of time. Start giving time to yourself. Second one is start journaling. Write your journal. As it used to be called as writing your diary, it's something similar. So start writing about how your day has been. You can start something like that. Or you can write it in a random way. Whatever thoughts that occur to you about your life, about your past, about your future, about your current life, whatever it occurs to you, start writing them. The reason is, whatever is here, when it comes to pen and paper, there's a lot of difference that comes. There's a lot of clarity that comes when you start writing. And many things simply get flushed out just by writing. So start journaling. That's one of the very good practices which is recommended. Third important point is observe yourself and others. Let me talk about observing others first. When you observe others, there are two types of behaviors you may notice. One, you may like certain behaviors. You may not like certain behaviors. That is the second one. When you like certain behaviors, you may like to develop similar behavior, and that will give you reason to improve. You may not like certain behaviors. Again, check with yourself. Is it knowingly or unknowingly they are part of your behavior also? And that will give you a reason to make any corrections if required. Observe yourself. What it means is whenever you are doing something, mentally step back and observe how you are doing what you are doing. And the information and insight that you may get can be very startling at times. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say you are sitting in a classroom. Observe yourself, how participative you are. How much are you absorbing? Are you asking questions? Are you giving responses? And that information may be very useful for you. Let us say you are talking to a vendor, when you are talking to a fruit seller, talking to your spouse, your parents. Observe yourself, and that may give you reason to bring about some changes. In the professional life, when you are talking to seniors, what happens to you? When you have to go and interact with your boss, what happens to you? When you have to attend meetings, what happens to you? All that will give you a lot of insight to bring about small but perhaps very important changes. The next thing that you can do is listen to others. I always say, when you listen to others, you may get wealth of information knowingly and unknowingly about yourself also. You just need to start paying attention. What are the kind of words, what are the kind of tones, what are the kind of feelings which are expressed about your interaction with them, and that will give you a lot of insight to dig deeper into yourself and make any changes if required. The next important thing is feedback. Feedback is something that you can ask for or you can observe. Asking is something very simple. You reach out to people whom you can trust and check with them How is your conduct? How is your behavior? What is it that you can improve? Whether while making presentations, whether submitting proposals, making reports, whatever your nature of work is, seek feedback from others. Second is observe. This is something I always say, always available. What it means is, in your interaction, observe people. Has their behavior undergone a change? Is there something you have done, you have said? Is there some time that you became a little insensitive and said something? So this information again will give you ample reason to work on yourself. The last idea that I'm suggesting is reading. When you read something, give time for reflection also. Rather than reading end to end in no time, I always say read a bit and allow it to immerse in yourself. That is when you'll be able to process that information and literally make use of that information. And when you read, you are able to connect with the characters, you are able to connect with the author's thought process, and that gives you wealth of information to help you to grow. So start becoming aware of yourself using any of these tools. There may be many other ways to become aware of yourself, but these are some simple practices that I've shared. And as you become more aware of yourself, that will give you a reason to continuously grow in your life on the path of leadership. I wish you all the best, and I'll meet you in my next video. Stay safe, stay healthy.